O'Brien is talking rubbish, to be totally honest with you, and he's causing a lot of controversy today. But the first thing I address is Dublin City. Now, he claims if Fianna Fáil had a Minister for Justice, obviously Helen Mackey's Fine Gael Minister for Justice, it doesn't matter, they're one and the same. They're only kind of doing this for a theatre kind of thing. That's really all it is. We all know they're one and the same. They're all the best of friends at the back of it. They all have their hands around each other. They're all the one, basically. They're all, in the doorbell hugging each other and kissing each other, etc., etc. Basically all one and the same, so it's basically all theatre. But long story short, he has the balls too to say, because Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, the two of them couldn't police anything. Let's put it that way. But he claims the Fianna Fáil would, if Fianna Fáil had the Justice Department, say for example, the Department of Justice, Dublin would be more safer. Let's put it this way. He's talking out of his house. To put it the nicest possible way, he's talking out of his house because people get suspended sentences, the usual carry on in this country. No wonder there's crime and stuff like that, because this country's just a joke. If you stole a box of matches, you nearly get the electric chair, and if you kill somebody in the street, you get off with it. So that explains really it. It doesn't matter who's in it. The two of you are in it, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael are there, and you've done fuck all. Things have got. Dublin's one of the most dangerous cities in Europe, probably not even in the world. Is that dangerous? And to come out with this thing is I don't know what to tell you, but I think he's coping a bit, because he might lose his seat. Hopefully he does, because he's no good. But then he comes out with this too, and then this is the next part of it. Minister Darragh O'Brien won't release the homeless figures, people in emergency accommodation, etc., etc. The reason why, because obviously housing for all, etc., etc., has failed utterly. Housing for nobody really, apart from everybody else that's turning up, but no Irish people, of course. But housing for everybody else, but no Irish people, of course. That should be what it's called. But long story short, he won't release it because, let's be fair, we all know it, the homeless figures, 14,000 people are homeless, so in emergency accommodation, etc., etc. The largest in the history. So imagine years ago we were poor, very poor country, and there was literally could literally give people houses years ago. We could literally house people that were homeless, etc., etc. And there was more care given to people years ago, more or less, compared to now. Imagine that the history of the state is the biggest homeless figures, and it's not going down. It's keep going up and up and up and up. We've seen this over the last few years. It just keeps going up and up and up. It's not going down. It'd be different if it was going down. They just keep going up, and especially the number of children, particularly, it just keeps going up. It just never stops. And it just shows you utterly they've failed in everything they wanted to do, particularly the housing policy. It's failed in every conceivable way. But not to publish this, the only reason why they're not publishing it is because, again, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, it's not looking good for them, because they're saying, Simon Harris has said, we're moving heaven and earth to build as many homes, etc., etc. I don't see heaven and earth being moved. I see heaven and earth being moved for other people, not for Irish people, to be totally honest. And that's to be truthful. I don't see heaven and earth being moved. There's homeless people still homeless for the last 20 years and still nothing's been done about it. So it's just kind of to be totally honest, the first bit of what I talked about there is just kind of charade, it's theatre, trying to make people think, we're a different party altogether. If Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael are a different party, it's just kind of theatre. The two of them were there, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael were in government together. It doesn't really matter who owns what party's in justice. The two of them were in government together. Simple as that. It doesn't matter it makes no difference who had the Justice Department. They're still in coalition government together. It still doesn't matter. They work together. They take the equal blame together. Let's put it that way. Equality, as they always say, etc., etc. So they have to blame each other. But long story short, it's all theatre, that bit. But the next bit is the homeless figures. We all know they wouldn't want to release it because it's that bad. No reasonable person would say, I'm going to re-elect Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael with the homeless figures. No reasonable person would go they're doing a good job, because nobody's going to say that, because it's utter failure. But the only reason why the homelessness is happening, housing crisis, and we all know it, because the TDs, majority TDs are landlords and the big contracts with developers. They're making bucks on it. Look up any of the TDs, the multi-millionaires, billionaires. They're making money from it, so don't worry about that. So nothing will ever change unless we get TDs that don't care about money, etc., etc., because these TDs are just obsessed with money, and money's the good of all evil for them, to be told. That's what's driving it all, in my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you take. Talk to you later, and bye.